Number 10. Perfusionist. Imagine this. A patient is in the middle of open-heart surgery. Their heart is completely stopped. Not paused, not slowed down, stopped. And somehow, they're still alive. That's because of one person in the room, the perfusionist. They operate a heart-lung machine that takes over the job of both organs, pumping oxygen through the body while surgeons do their thing. Basically, they're temporarily replacing your heart. No pressure. They're constantly adjusting oxygen levels, blood flow, temperature, everything, second by second. And if something goes wrong, it goes wrong fast. This is not a let me Google that real quick type of job. That level of responsibility is why they can make $150,000 to over $250,000 a year. But yeah, most people hear you're in charge of someone's life while their heart is off and immediately choose a different career. Number 9. Maritime pilot. Now picture this. You're standing on a cargo ship the size of a skyscraper. It weighs hundreds of thousands of tons, and it does not turn quickly, or stop, at all, and somehow you're expected to guide it through a narrow port without hitting anything. That's the job of a maritime pilot. They board ships right before they enter port and take control, navigating tight spaces while accounting for wind, currents, water depth, and other ships. It's like parallel parking. Except your car is the size of a city block and worth millions. One wrong move could cause massive damage, or worse. That's why they can earn between $200,000 and $400,000 a year. But the stress, let's just say, you're not casually doing this on a Monday morning half asleep. Number 8. Directional drilling engineer. When most people think of drilling, they imagine going straight down. Simple, but in reality, drilling often involves turning underground, sometimes for miles. Directional drilling engineers are the ones controlling that process. They use data, sensors, and advanced tools to guide a drill to a precise target deep below the surface. Think of it like trying to hit a target you can't see from miles away, while everything is happening underground. No GPS, no visuals, just data and math. And they're usually working in remote areas, deserts, offshore rigs, places where a quick trip to the store isn't an option. The job can pay $200,000 to $350,000 plus. But it often means long rotations, isolation, and working in conditions most people wouldn't last a week in. Number 7. Forensic accountant. This one sounds boring at first. Accounting? Really? But forensic accountants are basically financial detectives. They track money, especially money that someone doesn't want to be found. Hidden accounts, fraud, embezzlement. They dig through it all. It's like solving a puzzle, except the puzzle is millions of dollars and someone is actively trying to hide the pieces. They analyze transactions, follow trails, and sometimes even testify in court. So, yeah. Not exactly just doing taxes. Top professionals can make over $200,000 a year. But the work is extremely detailed, mentally exhausting, and you will never look at a spreadsheet the same way again. Number 6. Cost segregation specialist. This might be one of the most, wait, that's a job, careers on the list. Cost segregation specialists help real estate investors save huge amounts of money on taxes. They break down a property into smaller components, like lighting, flooring, wiring, and assign different depreciation timelines, which sounds boring, until you realize this can save people millions. So yeah, suddenly it's very interesting. The catch is, you need a deep understanding of tax law, engineering concepts, and property valuation. It's extremely technical, very niche, and not exactly dinner conversation material. But because of how valuable it is, specialists can earn $150,000 to $300,000 plus. So if you enjoy explaining tax strategies at parties, this might be your calling. Number 5. Industrial toxicologist. Some jobs pay more because they deal with things most people would rather stay far away from. Industrial toxicologists study how chemicals affect the human body, and not just basic stuff. We're talking about substances that can be seriously harmful. They analyze exposure risks, investigate potential hazards, and help prevent accidents in workplaces or environments. Basically, they're the reason certain disasters don't happen. It requires advanced scientific knowledge, precision, and a lot of caution, because you don't get to learn from mistakes very easily in this field. In the private sector they can earn $150,000 to $300,000 plus, but you are literally working with things that come with warning labels most people don't even want to read. Number 4. Air traffic controller. Right now there are thousands of planes in the sky, and somehow, none of them are crashing into each other. That's because of air traffic controllers. They manage aircraft movement in real time, tracking positions, giving instructions, and keeping everything safely spaced out. They're handling multiple flights at once, making constant decisions under pressure. There's no pause, no rewind, and definitely no oops. The stress level is extremely high, which is why burnout is common. But, with experience and over time, they can make over $200,000 a year. Still, managing hundreds of lives while staring at a screen all day isn't exactly relaxing. When you flip a light switch, you expect it to work. Simple. But behind that is an entire system that needs to stay perfectly balanced at all times. Power grid operators are responsible for managing electricity across entire regions. They monitor supply and demand, adjust output, and respond instantly if something goes wrong. If demand spikes or a system fails, they have to act immediately, because delays can lead to blackouts, and not just a few houses, entire cities. Top operators can earn over $200,000 a year, but knowing that one bad decision could knock out power for millions of people, yeah, that's not exactly stress-free. During surgery there's someone whose job is just as critical as the surgeon. CRNAs handle anesthesia. They make sure patients are unconscious, stable, and safe throughout the procedure. Too much anesthesia can be dangerous, too little, and things get very bad very quickly. So, they have to get it exactly right, every time. They're constantly monitoring vital signs and adjusting levels while surgery is happening in real time. It's a job that requires precision, focus, and the ability to stay calm under pressure. That's why they can earn between $200,000 and $350,000 a year. But again, being responsible for whether someone wakes up comfortably or not is a level of stress most people would rather avoid. Flying a helicopter is already difficult. Now imagine doing it over the ocean, in unpredictable weather, landing on a small platform in the middle of nowhere. That's the life of an offshore helicopter pilot. They transport workers to oil rigs miles out at sea, often dealing with wind, limited visibility, and constantly changing conditions. Landing isn't just landing, it's precision timing and control on a moving target. It's high-risk, high-skill work, which is why salaries can reach $150,000 to $250,000 plus. But between the danger, long rotations, and time away from home, it's not exactly your typical commute.